As I've said publicly before, I applaud the Minister for taking on the move to gender quotas. I think it is a fantastic thing. You know, the situation we're in is appalling. We're 77th in the world in terms of gender quotas. We're 22nd amongst the 27 EU members. It's absolutely shocking. 15% of the Dáil are female, and only 12% of Cabinet are female. And of course, as we all know, it's getting worse. 15% of candidates last year were women, which is the lowest amount since 1989. So we're one of the worst in the developed world, and getting worse, unfortunately. And of course, this isn't represented in the makeup of the parties or political interest. Fianna Fáil is the most noticeable example, where I believe 35% of the party is female. It could be slightly more, and there's not a single female TD. It's an extraordinary situation. Almost half of no constituencies have female TDs. That's a pretty shocking situation. And of course, at local government, the situation is just as bad. 16% of councillors are women. I think only 2 of the 24 county councillors in Wicklow County Council are women. So a shocking situation. Nobody likes quotas, but the research is pretty unambiguous, as the Minister, I'm sure, has seen, which is it doesn't work without quotas. When your system is so totally skewed and dominated by men, bringing in quotas is a necessary but not sufficient element of a policy response to kick the system back to a better equilibrium. We're all aware of the 5 C's report, which says that candidate selection, cash, childcare, confidence and culture are the 5 blockers to more female participation. Well, evidence from around the world says that the critical mass is 30%, which of course is reflected in the initial quota, and that at 30% candidate selection—
2 minutes.
Thank you. Things begin to happen. Now, I would put it to the Minister we need to go further than this. France and Belgium have quotas of 50%. Spain has its quota of 40%. The 30% rule requires very, very minor changes from Fine Gael and Labour in terms of finding more female candidates. The timing issue says that we won't hit 40% by probably 2021. And Minister, I would say to you that I really do applaud what you're doing, but I would say go to the 40%. Go to the 40% sooner rather than later, and apply it to local government. You've said to me in the House before in response to a question that you didn't have the power to apply it to local government because political funding only applied nationally. Find it. We make the rules in this House. Let's make a rule that allows it to apply to local government. I think it needs to happen.